Our age is increasing, yet we have no one to date. Amy has adhered to the Siberian ideal, which holds that women's relationships should end in marriage. This is an illustration of a soloist action. The person thinks there isn't anybody else out there right now. She is only doing what most women desire to do when they think about themselves. There are plenty of eligible men out there, but if you're in your 30s and the only thing they're interested in is sex, it makes sense to quit dating them. Not traveled anyplace. There are many guys to date, but if you're in your 30s and the men that matter to you just care about being laid, you won't. Simply put, they do not want someone like you. All girls will act in this way if there are no eligible males for her and her mentality. The truth is that there are still many guys in the neighborhood who are just not interested in dating her, despite the appearance that there is no one left to date since all of the eligible males have disappeared. Let's begin, shall we? The writer claims I didn't stress about meeting the proper person straight away in the opening paragraph of the article. When I was younger, I had a lot of faith that things will happen in due time. I've realized that I should have chosen a decent person, and then leaped at the opportunity to be with him now that I'm in my 30s and single once again. This is the reason I'm panicking. She had told me not to worry too much when I was young, and that moment caught my attention. I found that I had a lot of free time. When a young lady gets engaged between the ages of 20 and 22, many young, lovely females in our nation believe they have an endless amount of time on their hands. Her friends may sometimes question her. Why are you leaping into this? They're still young white if you just hung around, as they find it strange that she would marry at such an early age. Both of these inquiries are aimed at her. I was in a committed relationship for a few years. And after that, I was taking my time to heal from the end of that relationship, so my pool of potential dates shrank before I even realized it. When I was finally ready to start dating again, I took stock of my situation and realized that I had a serious problem. When she claims that she needs time to heal, because she had casual sex with many different males in a short period of time, she is not being truthful about the situation. She would like for us to believe that she stayed cooped up in her apartment in the big city and did not participate in any activities, visit any places, or socialize with her friends. The following question is one that females regularly ask. I haven't been in a relationship for the previous 3 years. Does she believe playing at a higher level would increase your success with women? She claims to be waiting for the right man, but in the meanwhile, she's been having sex with a number of other guys. In 2019, it's easy for women to have sex with men they don't know. Every nice man I know has already taken when I was younger. Why she would get married at such a young age baffles many around her. Sometimes, her friends would question her decision, saying things like, "Why are you getting into this?" Or, "They're still young and white if you simply hung around." She is the target of both inquiries. Before, my list of probable partners became smaller. Even though I had been in a committed relationship for a few years, I was able to identify it because I had taken my time to heal when the relationship had ended. When I was finally ready to start dating again, I assessed my predicament and discovered that I had a serious problem. Every person I meet is either married, committed, or someone else. When she claims that she needs time to recuperate since she had casual sex with several other men in a short period of time, I have no interest in dating. She is lying about the circumstances. She wants us to believe that she was imprisoned up in her apartment in the big city, that she didn't do anything, go anywhere, or hang out with her pals. I haven't been in a relationship for the previous 3 years. Girls regularly inquire, what does she believe playing at a higher level will do to increase your success with women? She states that she is waiting for the right man, yet throughout 2019, she has had intercourse with a number of other guys. It is simple for women to engage in sexual activity with men. They are unaware that every respectable man I know has previously had a relationship with me in my younger years. I had a lot of wonderful men as buddies. Every single one of them, even the ones who didn't seem to have the greatest promise or to be very strong, was eventually bought. Even while I'm sure there are some amazing males accessible, I've observed that there are less of them now than there used to be. She slept with dreadful males in her 20s instead of the great men who were interested in her. Now that those men are engaged, she is angry that they did not wait for her to quit sleeping with bad boys before they began dating others. There are a lot of terrific single men out there, but you won't find them dating 34-year-old women since they prefer relationships with women in their 23s and 24s. Because of you, rather than the dating market, the number is smaller now than it was when she was younger. Compared to when she was younger, the number is now reduced. The number of men that are accessible to her has decreased as a consequence of her strong core attitude. I'll bring this up right here. It claims that things aren't how they used to be when most people were engaged in committed partnerships. Nothing felt especially permanent back then, since relationships ended often. But nowadays, most individuals are in committed partnerships. Everyone around me appears ready to settle down and manage their life. I'm totally the opposite. I am still learning about my independence and uniqueness, and I am looking for another free person to guide me, who I've just recently begun to take control of my life and recognize that I may not have parted ways with some individuals during the last 20 years. My whole 20s were filled with what appeared to be everyone. Many of my acquaintances from my hometown have been married for a very long time, and I am aware that someone is getting married. Some of them have even gone through many marriages and divorces. Compared to then, things have changed. Now that I've gotten to this age, people in the major cities usually take a little longer before creating anything official. Even a few of my local acquaintances are settling down and getting married. She means that when she says that her friends have been married for eternity, they did it well. They were young when they were married, but today they are happy with their spouses. She frequently feels like an outsider since she does not want to have children. She has to realize that although having children may not be a priority for everyone, the majority of men won't marry a woman who doesn't want to have children. You can't complain that guys aren't interested in dating you because you don't want kids or a family at this stage in your life. The only suitable bachelors are either very young or recently divorced. As long as I'm informed, dating someone who has previously been married and divorced is not an issue for me. On the other side, he is able to commit. We all have more baggage as we mature. Even if just a little portion of the sentence is true, at least it's some truth. Right, guys? The men who have a chance to succeed don't want you. She wants to give the impression that the only available men are young, divorced, and injured. I'm done working for the day now. I think 80% of the guys will be able to connect to this point when serious men attempt to propose to women who are 24 years old. The majority of these women will turn it down because they want more alluring and prosperous guys. And when they are in their mid-30s, they start to regret their prior decisions. Stay well, and we'll talk to you soon.